Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmie from Emmie Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So hold on real quick. There you go. So Cancer, I'm doing a ClairTarot reading for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. I asked the Cancerian energy what this reading is going to be about, and I heard murky waters don't meet shazels if you got pinchers. So it's looking like Cancer, you might be entering some murky waters. But yeah, no fear. No fear. Okay. This might have to do with family or a relationship, a romantic relationship. Really, if we're going to be completely honest, anything outside of family or, a romantic relationship, Cancer just don't give a shit. Cancer's like, I ain't got time for your shit. 76% at 7:15. 767. 1 plus 5 is 6. So 76. Mirroring. Let's get you guys some cards, okay? Let's get some cards. So yeah, I know this about Cancer because I got Cancer in my chart. Cancer in my chart. Cancer in my chart. Cancer in my chart. Well, that's just some fluffery right there. That is fluffery right there. Hi, Carl. All right. Uh-oh. Okay, this card keeps popping up, okay? Let's just do these three because those fell out with that card. And then what other deck were you saying? What? Oh, this deck? This deck. All right, almost done, Cancer. Hang in there, my crabbies. Ooh. Okay. Here's the thing, Cancer. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here we go. So, card number 18, pleasure. You definitely take pleasure in loving, okay? When you love someone, you take pleasure in really, really taking care of them, really allowing your heart to extend forward. All of this is going to lead to a transformation for you. Look at all those blue butterflies. Now, here's the thing, okay? It's going to lead to a transformation for you because of the fact that something painful seems to be in the cards for some of you. Not all Cancers will be experiencing this, but for some, there's some challenge that I'm picking up. And your next card is the card of solitude. So I'm wondering if this solitude is just you kind of retreating back into yourself and not really wanting to communicate what's going on. Or is this like real solitude where you're left alone for a bit? No matter what it is, it seems like just like with the rest of the world, being kind of pushed into a dark night of the soul type of circumstance, because all of us are experiencing varying degrees of that. I'm wondering if this is just sort of like the start of a dark night of the soul. Okay. So it's not necessarily that a relationship is going to end, but it's this feeling that there is going to be some sort of challenge that is connected to whatever this is. For some, it is a romantic relationship. For others, this seems more like family. I'm not too sure what it is. Maybe the other cards will better explain. Card number 14, Golden Crown. You're pulling in really high frequencies. Okay, Cancer? Pulling in very, very high frequencies, allowing for the expansion of your crown space. I'm wondering, because they're both that fiery color, I'm wondering if this is not a physical solitude, but instead is you pulling into your shell and really trying to process life. A lot of us are being triggered in such a way that is encouraging us to process the events of our life, even up to early childhood. Just a very purgative thing that's occurring. In order for you to be able to pull in higher frequencies, you're going to have to first purge the old stagnant ones. So it might be that it really might be that it might not be a relationship issue. This purging and crown chakra activation is going to lead to your awakening. Okay. It's going to lead to your realization of certain things within your life, certain things regarding the connections you have with other people. Now is a beautiful time for you to begin working on those things. If those connections are there, but they're not as deep as you'd like, now is a perfect time for you to begin forging an even deeper connection. This will go beyond a trauma bond at this point, because if I'm going to be really honest, us cancers, we have a tendency to trauma bond with people. Like, our trauma is what gets us to bond. Instead of bonding over good things, happy times, we have a higher likelihood of bonding with someone through the negatives in life. And this is perfect because we're all about to experience some struggles. The level of struggle is really dependent on the individual. But this energy is very much a purgative energy that all of us are experiencing. And Cancer, if you can harness this time, you'll grow from this tremendously. And not just you growing, but also whoever it is that's connected to this, they'll be growing with you. This is really going to deepen the bond on a whole nother level. The potential. This has to do with potential. Notice how it's a dark sky again, because there's potential in that darkness. That dark night of the soul carries with it an elevated, expanded potentiality. Take advantage of this time. Allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to really be honest with yourself regarding who's important and who's just there because you feel obligated to take care of them. Okay? So, card number 17, self-reflection. Look at that. Half of you is looking forward and really truly seeing what's going on. The other half, part of you has kind of turned your back to it. You don't want to see, you don't want to know. You want to just kind of be blind to whatever it is, because maybe there's this fear that if you face all your aspects, face forward and look at what's in front of you, maybe there's this fear that you'll not be able to lie to yourself about how this is toxic for you, how this is something that's preventing you from growing. And the answer, the circumstance, is different for everyone. Okay? Just because I'm saying that doesn't mean it applies to all of Cancer. We all have varying lessons that we're working through. So just know this is a message from your higher self, trying to bring your attention to the fact that there's a part of you that's still avoiding the lesson itself. Part of you is in full alignment and ready to do it. And the other part is like, no, I don't want to. I don't even want to see it. I don't want to look at it. It's easier for me to just close my eyes and allow myself to free fall into whatever this is. And if it hurts when I land, then it hurts when I land. Well, if you open your eyes, it doesn't have to hurt when you land. That's the whole message. Open your eyes and see what you're in. It's not that you have to walk away. It's that you have to be fully present. Okay? So, wow. For some, this might be a difficult period. Okay. Card number 34, unconditional love. Now, Cancer is very well known for having this type of unconditional love for people that they love. It's basically like, as long as you love them to that degree, they can get away with anything. That's going to have to change. Okay, Cancer, that's going to have to change. That's like legit going to have to change, because you continuing to do this is absolute bullshit. I'm calling you out on your bullshit right now. I'm calling you out on your bullshit right now. And then you get pissed off that people treat you so poorly. Well, you're letting them, you're inviting them to do this to you. Not all cancers, but if you're resonating with this, you know damn well this is true. I'm not just talking shit, I'm talking truth. Okay? And you can be mad at me all you want, but I'm not going to love you in that way where I'm going to let you keep shitting on yourself and wondering why life stinks. No. Now is the perfect time to clean that off. Change your clothes. Redefine what unconditional love is. Redefine who is worthy of that unconditional love. Because for whatever reason, Cancer, you have defined unconditional love as something you give to everyone else but yourself. That's not okay. That's not okay. And you can sit there and tell yourself, well, I'm just not selfish. You're telling me to be. No, it has nothing to do with selfishness. Nothing to do with selfishness. Nope. Not going to let you make excuses. Has nothing to do with you not being selfish. Has everything to do with you thinking you're not enough. So if you love them in this way and allow them to continue to treat you poorly, somehow it will make them love you in the same way. And unless they love you in the same way, they're not going to love you in the same way. You can't manipulate people in that way. You can't. You can't get someone to love you and value you the way you love and value them just because you love them the way you do. They either do or they don't. Okay? That's a very tough message to hear, but you need to hear it at this point. They either do or they don't. And if they don't, there's nothing you can do to get them to value you in the way you want and need. Is this me telling you to end your relationship or walk away or do whatever you think I'm trying to tell you to do? No, this is me letting you know there's a lot of analyzing, observation needing to happen. Not observing the other person, but observing yourself. What cycles are you initiating and perpetuating? Good, good, Angela. She says, I've worked hard on this lesson. I've learned to take no crap and put myself first. I'm tired of being used by others. Now, the last component, one of the last components of that lesson is to recognize, are you being used by others or are you encouraging others to use you? And I'm saying this as a fellow Cancer. That lesson became something that was successfully understood by me personally when I recognized I'm not tired of being used by others. I'm tired of the fact that I encourage others to use me. That's deep. That was a hard realization to come to. That was a very hard realization for me personally to come to. But it was something, once I realized how I was enabling, I was the one initiating it. It really empowered me to move forward from that. Really, really empowered me to move forward from that. Change is necessary. It's necessary. You have to allow yourself to rise up. Okay, you can't stay in the same place and wonder why nothing's changing. It's because you're still in the same place. Either it's mentally, emotionally, whatever it is, if you're still in the same place, you can expect the same things to continue to happen. And it's not that you aren't smart enough. It's not that you aren't capable of rising up. It's that maybe you haven't come to the realization yet of some of the final components of that lesson. Okay? This is not about blaming. This is about recognizing and taking accountability for the way our lives have gone because of our own decisions. No one can force these things on us. We can decide to not participate or continue to participate, which in the case of the latter, you can't be mad at anyone else but yourself. If you're continuing to choose to participate in that, then that's what it is, right? Your next card number 24, protection. Sometimes, Cancer, you have to just kind of ball up and sit in your nest, allow your higher self to fly you to a better place. And you have to just have faith in yourself, faith in your soul to take you to wherever you need to be. Okay? Release the fear of, well, what if I rise and they don't rise with me? Well, then they were dead weight. They didn't have any intention of rising with you. I have to be honest with you. If that's your fear, allow yourself to rise and see what happens. The only thing that'll happen is you'll finally have what you deserve, which is an equal. So if they don't rise with you and they somehow fall away, that creates an opening for someone who matches you to take their place. Okay? Might not be right away, but you know what? The best things in life are worth the wait. You're worth that wait. You are worth it. And you have to stop diminishing yourself. You have to stop allowing yourself to just settle for whatever, because you're worth the fight. You're worth the wait. You're worth whatever struggle is going to happen for them to keep up. You're worth it. And if you can't remember that, then I will fucking remind you. You are worth it. That's not something you even have to question. With the way you have the ability to love people so unconditionally to the point of enabling their toxicity. If you can love someone who isn't deserving of your love in that way, imagine what beautiful things come from you loving someone who is worthy of you. Someone who can accept that kind of healing, powerful love. I mean, you guys will reflect each other's healing. That takes your healing to a whole nother level, a level that the toxic person in your life right now could never, ever support or encourage. At some point, you got to choose yourself. Okay? Some point, you got to choose yourself. And if you're not going to choose yourself willingly, what's going to end up happening is your higher self is going to put you in a circumstance that forces you to choose yourself. Okay? So if you give people the opportunity to know that you're now going to begin choosing yourself, and if they want to continue with you, beautiful, beautiful, you welcome that. But they're also free to continue to exist in a lower frequency without you. And let them choose. Love them in such a way that frees them to be who they are. And if who they are is not in alignment with who you are and who you're growing to be, by all means, love them from afar. Someone else will take their place. Someone that's willing to rise with you. Okay? So, gosh. I'm wondering if I should pull you some more cards. I'm going to pull a couple more cards, okay? Let's pull a couple more cards for Cancer. Yeah, you should listen to your intuition. Definitely go within. Go within and find your answers within yourself. My readings are nothing more than triggers to help get you confirmation for information your higher self's already giving you. You should definitely listen to your higher self before you listen to anyone else. It's just a lot of cards. All of y'all get back in there. Go back in. Okay, almost done, Cancer. Get back in there. Too many cards. Was there a card that flipped? All right, there we go. So let's see what's going on. Card number 19, the Sun, marriage, happiness, and bright prospects. So I'm loving this, loving this. I don't know if this has to do with the circumstance you're in right now, or if this has more to do with whatever information you got from this reading is now making you think about your own importance, your own value, what you deserve, how you want to be treated. Because when I first saw this card fall out of the deck, first thing that my attention was brought to were the sunflowers. Now, I read some information somewhere regarding sunflowers and how every day they turn and face the sun. And on the days where there's no sunshine, where it's all gray skies, the sunflowers turn and face each other. So I'm wondering if what this message means is for you to face yourself, to look yourself in the eyes and be your own sunshine. Don't allow your happiness to be contingent on anyone else. It doesn't matter what that person's title is in your life. Be your own sunshine. Okay. Um, there's a lot of uh, conversations lately about how you should not allow someone else to be responsible for your happiness. Okay, if you can't make yourself happy, it would be very unfair of you to expect someone else to make you happy. It's just not fair. If you can't provide this for yourself, why are you asking someone else to provide it for you? That's not fair. It's not fair. If you look at it in terms of like money and society, you can't provide for yourself, so now you're expecting someone else to pay all your bills, to pay and buy all of these luxury things that you want because you want happiness, right? So you want luxury things, right? So now it's someone else's bill. Is that fair? Is that fair? I'm pretty sure most of you, if not all of you, would say no. That's not fair. That's like you're expecting some sort of spiritual sugar mama or sugar daddy, spiritual sugar dealer. I just got a visual. I, I don't know, but no, that's not okay. It's not fair. Allow yourself to be responsible for your own happiness, and you don't need a reason to be happy. That's one of the greatest misconceptions about happiness that I see people having, that in order to be happy, you have to achieve something where other people can recognize you have a reason to celebrate. In order to be happy, you have to have a higher standing, higher status than someone else. No, no. I am considered low income. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm considered low income. I'm considered low income, and I don't have expensive things. I don't have a brand new car that I can floss around with like rims and stuff like no. I don't have expensive purses. Um, when I do wear makeup, it's all like cheap ass drugstore makeup. My clothes, I don't buy expensive clothes. I think that's fucking ridiculous. Personally, I mean, if you like that, good on you. I hope it looks good on you. And I'm happy as fuck. I really am. For the most part, pretty much every day, I'm a happy little shit. I'm just a happy little shit. Yeah, like I don't really care what other people think or say. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm just gonna stay in my lane, all happy and shit, in my used car, smiling because I ain't gotta worry about a big ass car note and just gas saving car. Going to the grocery store, buying my fresh, inexpensive food, go home and cook it for myself and be happy and eat myself. Like just make yourself happy. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, make yourself happy. Okay? Be responsible for your own happiness. Now, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, security, helping hand. And here goes. This is a confirmation. It reaffirms this need for you to be your own sunshine. No one else is going to do this for you. You're not going to suddenly, this is one of the things that I find some, not all cancers, but some uh, struggle with when they have some sort of struggle. When they have some sort of struggle, it's like it crushes them that other people aren't so quick to offer help. No, that's your lesson to learn. It's not someone else's job to help you through that or to fix it for you just because you do this for everyone else. You see that? Just because you do it for everyone else does not mean everyone else needs to do it for you. You doing it for everyone else is a form of toxicity. And I'm saying this as a Cancer. I have Cancer as a prominent placement in my chart. Sometimes I find myself doing this where like I'm doing so much for everyone else. And then I have to take a step back and I'm like, that's toxic. I'm enabling their sense of disempowerment. When you let someone else struggle just a little bit and do things for themselves, yeah, it sucks seeing them struggle. But in that struggle, they are learning how strong they actually are. Because really, you don't know how strong, how powerful you truly are until you have no choice but to be strong. Let that really sink in. Okay. Let that really, really sink in. You oftentimes don't know how powerful you actually are until you have no choice but to be powerful. No choice but to keep pushing forward. So, no more enabling other people's sense of disempowerment, hopelessness. Okay. Also, no more of you allowing, this looks like a legit hand, right? Like, this looks like the sleeve. It's fucking freaky. You guys see that? It looks like the sleeve right here for this disembodied hand, like it's gonna touch me. And that's horrible. But no more of this. Okay? It's in reverse. Nothing's gonna come and bail you out. You're gonna have to bail yourself out. You're gonna have to right your cup so that all your energy and effort is not spilling out needlessly. So we also have King of Cups in reverse, gentle, emotional, shy. But since it's in reverse, this is a call for you to begin really vocalizing. Okay. Um, Hold up. I'm being given a different message. Y'all not going to like this one. Um, this is not going to apply to all cancers. You decide for yourself whether it's applicable to you or not. And if you get offended, it probably applies to you and you're just in denial. Okay. So the message that I'm getting, I guess I'm needing to correct myself. The message that I'm getting from this card is you need to stop whining. You need to stop whining about the problem and actually begin finding and implementing solutions. Continuing to identify the problem and talk about the problem and talk about the problem and talk about the problem is doing nothing but solidifying the problem. Okay. So, and again, this is not for all cancers. A lot of the cancers that I know don't behave this way. Okay. A lot of the cancers that I know do not behave this way. Um, Actually, I don't know any cancer that behaves this way. If we're going to be honest, I don't know any cancers that behave this way. I'm like going through my mind, people who are cancers that I know, none of them complain like this. Maybe it's something happening internally. I don't know. I don't know. Um, I don't like to just keep whining unless I'm like trying to get a reaction out of my husband. And even then, it's really not, I don't keep whining. I say it maybe once, twice, and then I get real quiet. And then he's like, what's wrong? He likes to baby me though. I feel like I have to do it so that he feels relevant. Is that messed up? I just want to make him feel like I need him. Which I do. I'm fucking so helpless without him. I'm not even joking. My cousin took me to go buy some coffee before we ran an errand. And I didn't even know what the fuck coffee to order. She goes, what do you want? I don't know. Frey does this for me. I don't know. As long as it has no milk, I'll drink it. So yeah, I'm wondering if maybe we're complaining a lot to ourselves. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't know. Try and figure out how this applies, or even if it does apply at all. For some of us, it might not even apply at all. Okay. But that card tells me there's a lot of whining going on. I don't know if it's external whining that, you're doing with other people, or an internal like whining to yourself. Either way, it's keeping you stagnant. It's keeping you bound to a situation or circumstance that's really, it's needing you to progress. Okay. Eight of Wands, speedy news or situation coming. Arrows of love. Oh. I'm trying to understand what this message means. Because I read arrows of love, but to me, it doesn't feel like arrows of love. And I don't know who's shooting the arrow. Is it you? Is it someone else? I don't think it has to do with love. I think it's a situation coming. I think it's a situation coming for sure. Speedy situation or finish. Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay. Take this with a grain of what is it? Salt, salt, sand? No, salt. Take this with a grain of salt, okay? I didn't get a very good feeling from this card. Usually I'm like, oh, arrows of love. Okay, no, I don't get that feeling at all. It's like, what the fuck are you shooting arrows at me for? Which I normally don't get that feeling. Like I said, I mean, he's like, oh, this one I totally was like, what the fuck are you shooting arrows at me for? Knight of Swords, speedy situation or finish. It feels like some shit is returning. Like, feels like drama, a cycle of drama. I fucking hate drama. I do. That's like my Cancer. I don't know who this is. Young man to 25 years. Motherfucker, get off your horse and stop fucking around. This is pissing me off. I'm not even joking. This is shit that keeps repeating. The same argument over and over and over. I don't know who it is though. Is it the person you're. Ooh, here. Now they got me fucked up. I pulled out my pendulum. All right. Is this the person for some cancers? Is this who they are romantically involved with? Oh, now you're shaking like you're scared. Shaking like it's scared. Okay. Okay. Let me just calm myself down. Is this situation a return of the same type of drama that Cancer has been struggling through for some time now? I get a small no. Is this new drama? I now get a yes. Is this new drama involving the same individuals? I get a yes. It's the same shit, you guys. Oh my God. Stop being a lying asshole. I put her back in her box. Yeah, no, it's the same thing. Maybe it's a different argument, but it's with the same person. So to me, if it's the same person you're arguing with, it's some bullshit. That needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed at this point. And you know what's funny? If we're all gonna be fucking stuck in our houses, all this shit's gonna come to a head. I tell you, mark my words. I'm not laughing at the demise of a relationship. I'm laughing at the fact that you on your horse, you ain't going nowhere. You're not going nowhere, motherfucker. You're gonna have to deal with whatever shit you start. Oh, okay. They're gonna catch arrows to the ass, is what it is. This shit needs to be done, Cancer. Whatever it is, it needs to be done. It needs to be done. It really does. If this is a romantic thing and you guys just keep arguing about stupid things, I mean, you really have to ask yourself, is this relationship in alignment with my highest needs? Or am I just holding on to something out of loyalty and obligation? And if you're holding on out of loyalty and obligation, you might want to figure out why. Okay? This is not about me trying to shame you to leave a relationship. This is about me asking you, why don't you feel like you deserve more? Why don't you feel your actual worth? you know? It's not that you're better than everyone and need to be catered to, but I mean, at the very least, I feel like you should be loved in the way that you love. And if you love hella crazy, well, then, that's probably why you keep fighting all the time because you love hella crazy. I'm just saying. Um, I don't know how to take that. I don't know. Uh, I'm just going to go ahead and say if you haven't given this video a thumbs up, please do. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Turn on the notification bell. Join me every single time I'm live. I'm going to be coming live again to talk shit to Gemini. Join me, guys. Let's talk shit to Gemini. Gemini's my favorite. Don't be talking shit to Gemini, okay? They're my favorite. I love you too, Cancer, but Gemini's kind of special. They got split into they got broken into two. We need to help them hold themselves together. I'm joking. I talk so much shit to everybody. Don't feel too special, Gemini. I'll talk shit to everybody. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Bye.